Hey guys, I just wanted to make a quick video kind of walking through these dimensional analysis questions in active chemistry. I know a lot of you can do these without setting them up in dimensional analysis. It's just really good practice to set them up this way because you can solve almost any chemistry problem this way. I will say though that active can be kind of finicky. So if you used up your 3 attempts and you're like, I know how to do this, I just don't know how to put it into active, just send me an email and I will reset them for you so you can try those problems again. I am going to walk through this one here though. This is number 16. So it shows you what you want it to do. I will also say I don't do a lot of these. So yes, in module 1 there are, but then I tried to avoid the like setup ones like this because some of you can do it more quickly without using this. So this is just for practice purposes. So like I said, I think this is number 16. So what you're going to do is you always start with the number from the problem. So you're going to take your number and your unit from the problem. And then in my conversion factor, remember you need whatever unit this is to match on the bottom over here. So I'm going to need to go from hours to seconds. Now, if you know the hours to seconds conversion right off the top of your head, awesome, use it. If you don't, you can go from hours to minutes first. Okay, I like to put in the units and then I'll put in the numbers. So 1 hour is 60 minutes. And this, of course, would get me to minutes, but I want seconds, so I'm going to add a factor. Again, need my units to cancel out, so I'm going to put minutes on the bottom and then seconds on top, and then put in my numbers. 1 minute is 60 seconds. Then you can hit answer here, go ahead and do the math in your calculator. So 2.3 times 60 times 60. And then you can put your answer here and then make sure that you put the correct unit here at the end. Now, the other thing I want to show you is for number 24 specifically. Anytime you have cubics, active does get very finicky. So I'm going to show you part B, number 24. This has squared units. Okay, so that's perfect. First of all, whenever they have the multi-part problems, they will give you all the information in the first part of the question, even if you don't need it. So just kind of keep that in mind. I'm not a huge fan of the way they do multi-part questions, but sometimes you don't actually need everything that it said at the top. Just focus on what the question says. So they only supply it in square meters. How many square meters are in the room? So I always want to start with my number from the problem. So I'm starting with this, 219 square feet. So obviously I need to get from square feet to square meters. Okay. So I'm going to need my square feet to cancel out. So I put in my square feet on the bottom. I don't know feet to meters off the top of my head. You could look it up and then use that number. That's totally fine. I do know feet to inches and then inches to centimeters and centimeters to meters. So I'm going to do that just because it's good practice. So I'm going to go from square feet to square inches because I know there are 12 inches in a foot. Now, this is where active gets finicky. I know that 1 foot is 12 inches. However, if you remember from your notes, whenever you're doing a square or a cube unit or something, you also do that to the number. So 1 foot instead would have 12 squared. There it is, 12 squared inches. Now, the other thing active wants you to do is technically the 1 down here should be squared. So if you just put a 1, it is going to count it wrong. Yes, mathematically, that's the same exact thing, obviously. But active wants you to set it up like this. So then I'll add my next factor. Let's see, I'm going to go from square inches. I know inches to centimeters. I know that, again, you need the squared 1 square inch is 2.54 square centimeters. And then I'll go from my square centimeters to square meters. There we are. And 1 meter has 100 centimeters. So again, the squares, and then I can do my answer there. Now, again, you could have looked up your other one as well, but it does want all those squares in there for the numbers, which is maybe why you got it incorrect. So again, if you want to reattempt any of these problems, just shoot me an email. I can reset them for you. It's really not a big deal, and it's really good practice. So good luck.